The MLB Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gam Podcast Network is brought to you by Arden Fantasy. They're brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5, get $50 in bonus funds when you use the promo code MLB SGPN. And welcome everybody to the MLB Gambling Podcast here on the Sports Gam Podcast Network. It's currently Friday morning, August 22nd, around 10 a.m. Eastern. I'm your host, Skylar Show. Once again joined by the Bros. We're together and break down the props that we have for the Friday card. Adam, how's it going with you? I know that we kept the underdog streak rolling last time out.
Yeah, dude, that was a big one too.
It was pretty sweat-free. We had Luzardo over or higher on his fantasy score. He struck out 35 guys, give or take, so he flew over. We had Fitzgerald on the Giants, who stinks to not get a hit. He did not get a hit. And we had Volpe being bad, and he stunk. So really never a sweat. So can't complain. Nice payout for us. And once again, a pretty good episode. How's it going with you?
It's good. The heater relatively continues, so we will see how things go. I'm just looking at a couple lines that we took overnight and some things that have moved that I don't agree with, and that's just how that's going to be. I'm ready to get into it. I have a lot of work that I got to do later, but I don't really care. I'm running the clock out on that client.
We got college football starting tomorrow.
I know. I also have like $4,000 in NFL futures.
Yes.
Which means that you have roughly at least $3,000 worth of NFL futures.
Give or take.
Yeah, give or take. But whatever, it'll work. It'll all work out. So we're done.
Yeah.
We're 100%. We're done at least.
Yeah, which is definitely, I'd say, exciting that we have that much action.
Is there anything you think you and I disagree on in terms of the big, broad, sweeping things that I spent the last 2 months diving into on NFL? Is there anything I don't know. Maybe I'm higher on the Jags than you are. No,
there are a couple of teams we might have slightly disagreed on, but I don't think it was anything that substantial where I just looked at you and said, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I can see the case you're making for some of these teams.
Yeah.
I just disagree on a couple, but that's fine. I mean, we can mention some of those potentially during the football prop show when we get to that point.
Soon to be figured out what day that's going to be.
Yes. Either way, point is we will be doing some type of football prop show in the future, so keep an eye out for that.
It's a junior version of the mothership.
Pretty much. I think we're going to be aiming for maybe Thursday on that, so just keep an eye out for that. But still, that could be in the cards, so keep an eye out for NFL content between us. Anyway, point is before we get into any of the props that we have for the card today, a reminder that the Sports Game Podcast, speaking of NFL, is giving away a $1,000 Circa NFL future bet with the phrase that pays. You can submit the phrase now at sportsgamepodcast.com/phrase to get the free $1,000 Circa NFL future bet. Anyway, starting off with the first prop on the show. Adam, what do you like?
All right, so we're gonna go to one of my two props that I have where it's guys that are coming off the IL. Lance McCullers, 3 walks at plus 110. Actually, I think the number even moved away from us, and I don't totally get why.
That's 3 walks in the first inning, right?
Yeah, really.
So he walked so many damn guys. He walked so many guys.
A lot of dudes. He had 3 or more in 4 of his last 5 before he got hurt a couple weeks ago, and that is definitely not my question. Not on there. But he had his rehab start, and he's only expected to have 80 pitches, but he only had 47 strikes in that rehab start. Swinging strikes were there. Let me just look at how many he walked there. I think he only walked 2. But it just wasn't jumping at me as he has walk problems, just pretty big time. So, there's 5 players on this O's team that have walk rates of 13% or higher. So I'll take my chances at plus money on this. Let's do Lance McCullers 3 walks at plus 110.
Yeah, I think it's a good price. At the end of the day, McCullers is a guy who has been walking a ton of people. There's some guys who, no matter what the price is, it feels like it's never fully accurately adjusted to what it should be. For example, the Yankee pitching. And of course, he walked 5 guys in 4 innings.
Well,
there's some guys that walked a bunch of guys.
In the mystery bomb, I had his under in that because he had been okay, and the Red Sox hadn't been walking, and he just was like, no.
The point is though, that you have some guys who there is a flare up potentially in almost every outing, or it could go wrong. Heal's one of those guys. McCullers one of those guys. And you just look up and he has 4 walks in 3 innings. And you're like, yeah, unfortunately, that's kind of what to expect from some guys. So I got the angle for Heal for you yesterday, but the point is some guys are just naturally, I'd say, inconsistent with their command. And it feels like McCullers is that guy too. So what was the price you said on, what was it, 3 walks?
Plus 110.
Yeah, so I can get behind that too. McCullers, I always thought was a pretty interesting pitcher, but he could never stay healthy, and he just walks a ton of guys. So
he had that really good playoff run.
Yeah, he came out of the bullpen.
Yeah.
I think that he's a decent bullpen guy, but I think his arm's going to fall off whenever he starts. So we'll see how he does this time around, but I don't trust him to, once again, automatically come back and just start shoving, which I know we agree on. So
yeah,
there we go.
I agree. I found some other ones that I like. There's a lot of dudes who walk that I'm kind of into today. So we'll see.
Yeah. So for my first prop, I'm going to go back to my roots here. I'm going to go with a bunch of unders on today's show. So I'm going to go with a guy the Mets have recently used again because of some injuries. I'm going to go with Tyrone Taylor. I'm going to go with his no hits at plus 125. He stinks. He's had no hits in 6 of the last 7. You have Wentz going for Atlanta, who I'm not the biggest fan of, but I'll acknowledge he has been better lately. Last 2 starts, 11 and a third, 7 hits allowed, 2 earned runs, and Taylor has actually been worse against lefties so far this season. 83 plate appearances, a 173 batting average, but he might get pinch hit for in the middle of the game. He's not really any good. I know most Mets fans think he stinks, Dylan being one of them. He thinks that Taylor stinks. You could argue that's why they got Cedric Mullins, because they knew that Taylor stunk, and they wanted another outfielder. So I like the plus money. I think 125 is a good deal, fading a bad player. Give me Tyrone Taylor, no hits at plus 125.
Yep, I like it. I was looking at a couple of these other ones here.
I thought it was going to be closer to like 105 or 110, but 125, I mean, that feels pretty massive for a guy who, once against batting 173 against lefties this season.
Yeah, so, he stinks.
There you go.
It's totally fine.
So I'll go with that for the price.
All right. My next. Are you? Do you do an ad read, or do you want to do the next prop?
No, you do 2, and then I do an ad read.
Okay, cool. So get this one in now while we're talking. Shane Bieber under 17.5 outs. I think it's moved to like 130. I have it at 125. I've seen 110.
I thought it was an insane number, by the way.
I think that is I saw it last night. I sent it to you last night. I'm like, these are the things that I'm looking at. Like, why would because I thought I saw.
I mentioned it on the MLB show yesterday, even though I didn't have a line on it. I'm like, I don't know how long Bieber's going to go, but question how
it was 17 opened at 17.5, which is a ludicrous number for a guy who hasn't pitched in 17 months.
You haven't pitched in 17 months in the majors. By the way, Toronto did not play yesterday, so the whole bullpen.
Right. So there's no why would you? Yeah. Why would he be going
first start? By the way, here you go. You're going to go 6 innings.
Yeah, like the margin of error for that is crazy.
No, one bad inning that takes 20 something pitches is probably dead.
That's so stupid. Anyway, yeah, under his outs. I said last night I saw the line and I sent to you. I like to look and I'll send you stuff and then I'll take it in the morning because we don't lose that much when I wake up. Yeah. It's like 5 cents, if anything. And
plus you get to look through some stuff. It's
and I just I like to know, like, okay, well, am I crazy on this? Is all the data there? And yeah, I mean, Bieber he was fine in his rehab starts, but he just hasn't pitched in 17 months. Like, why would you make him pitch 6? Why would he go 6? So,
yeah, I see somebody mentioning that Green did go over 17.5. Hunter Green just had himself a monster game. Like, in reality, you're looking at a situation where Bieber has the talent, obviously.
Bieber's off, but Bieber's off like a major elbow. Like, he's off a UCL tear. Like, so it's different.
And once again, they had a day off yesterday, so the entire bullpen can go if needed. But once again, occasionally, if you fade a solid pitcher, they can just shove, and that is what it is. But you have so many opportunities to go under. Because even if Bieber does go decently, maybe just for confidence purposes, they pull him after 5. Don't get killed.
It's the key being 17.5 there. It's just
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you need 6 full for a guy who hasn't pitched in major league action in over a year.
Which is a very, very dude. They did that with Nola too. I was like, why is Nola at 17.5? And he didn't. He made it through 4.5. So yeah,
I can understand the number if they were fully healthy with a couple of games of sample, but he doesn't have any. So
it's a very silly number.
I'm with you on that. I think that's an insane number.
Yeah.
But that actually might drop. It wouldn't shock me if that dropped closer to game time.
Oh, it's dropping. That's what I'm telling people now, and they can put it in.
Yeah. Anyway, before we get into my second prop for the show, reminder brought to you by MyBookie ADG. Who's bookie?
My bookie.
So you can use them to bet on baseball, WNBA, golf, tennis, of course, football futures. You can also use them on occasions. Use crypto for deposits and payouts. And when you sign up for your new account, use the code SGPN. You get a 50% odds match up to 1K. To conditions, apply the G promo code SGPN. We're also brought by Rhythm because they have a lot of options for models. They can help you with college football, the NFL. They have baseball. They have WNBA. They even have golf. If you want to build your own model, you can do so. For the NFL, they were very good last year, including player props. So last year they were 15-8 on Josh Allen passing props. They were 13-5 on Tyreek Hill props. Keep that in mind. You can also use them for other sports. And a reminder, you can also build your own model starting right now for NFL Week 1. And you can also get a nice free week trial by using the promo link that we have with Rhythm. Use the link sportsgamble.com Rhythm to get your 7-day free trial. Welcome back, everyone, to the MLB Gambling Podcast. Finished going through the first couple of props that we have for the card. Time to move on into my second prop for the show. Once again, going back to my bread and butter, another no-hits play. This time, I'm going to go with Bo Naylor, under half a hit at plus 105. Naylor's really not been that great recently. He's also been quite bad on the road. He's had no hits in 14 of his last 19 road games. You have Uvalde pitching for Texas, who I like. I know you like too. He's been very good this season. His hits allowed have been pretty solid recently. He's allowed less than 6 hits in 12 of his last 14 starts. So he tends to do a good job of limiting damage, and I do think he should do so against this Guardians team, which has quietly kind of fallen off a cliff again over the last couple of weeks. But you're looking at Naylor, who has really, I'd say, limited plate appearances against lefties this season. 68 plate appearances. The Rangers randomly have 4 lefty relievers on the team. 4, which is extreme overkill. But the point is, I think Uvalde will pitch well. He might go distance anyway. The Rangers might end up using a lefty out of the bullpen because Naylor bats towards the bottom. You have Kwan towards the top. Even Rocchio can switch. We'll see where he bats from. But it wouldn't shock me if the Rangers used a lefty reliever and maybe Naylor got pulled in this game. So there's a chance that he ends up getting lifted early. But plus 105 for a guy who's been bad on the road, a guy who is facing off against a good pitcher in Uvalde. And once again, the Rangers randomly have 4 lefty relievers. That's an extreme amount. But Naylor might not bat against a lefty. So there's a chance he gets pulled. Give me Naylor no hits at plus 105.
The one gets hurt. I don't know if he gets pulled because he's going to be a catcher.
Yeah, but they also have Hedges. They have a backup catcher in place.
Oh God, no, they don't have Hedges. They traded him.
Oh, sorry. Wait, I thought they still have Hedges.
I thought they traded him to the Yankees.
No, I would 100% know if the Yankees had Austin Hedges. No, he's still in Cleveland.
Okay, I don't know if they'd switch catchers, but the rest of the
no, I'm saying that if Naylor batted late in the game, they might defensive replacement situation going on maybe. But no, I would know for a fact if Hedges was on the Yankees or not. No, he's not. So we'll see, but I think Naylor gets most of his at-bats. Is there a chance that he ends up getting lifted? At some point, there's a chance, but I still think he might not get a hit anyway. So there you
go. So I was going to take another guy on that team to have no hit.
Okay.
But instead I'm going to go a little bit juicier. We're going to go.
Well, who are you thinking of for reference?
Do you want to guess?
Was it Rocchio?
No, it's definitely not Rocchio.
I was going to say,
Rocchio screwed up our mystery. We're doing a new thing, guys, where I take a boost parlay, and I tell
Scott, I would be tailing anyway, for the record.
Right, so, and I say to him, I'm like, I took a parlay for both of us, and I don't tell him what's in it until the legs happen. And yesterday, the first leg died right away.
Yeah,
it was a big one. That was in me for like $2,000. But the other night we were off by one. We're gonna hit one. I'm not worried about it. But it's easier than asking his opinion. So, which I'm like, whatever. Anyway, anyway, do you want to guess who this person is? They're on the team.
The Cleveland guy to not get a hit.
I didn't do him to not. I ended up not doing the not take a hit. I ended up taking 2 Ks, but it's somebody on Cleveland.
Martinez?
No, he got good.
I know he did.
Like
I know he did. But earlier in the year, he was a strikeout guy, so I thought maybe
he was
might
a
go
free
back
space,
to
dude.
I know he was. He was a serious free space.
He was like Black Reese Hoskins. It was amazing.
Shout out to Reese Hoskins, by the way. I haven't heard his name for like
why would you? Basically. Andrew Vaughn took his job.
I know. I'm just saying I haven't heard his name since, but I have no idea. It's not gonna be J Ram. No. So, is it Schneemann?
Nope, it's Gabriel Arias.
Oh, okay. All right.
He's
Schneemann has really been like not that great, so I thought maybe it'd be Schneemann.
Well, Arias stinks too. He has 2 or more Ks in 5 of his last 10 against righties. 2 of his last 3. His just general K rate overall. Let me just show the whole K rate. So let me just see this. Arias, he's awful. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, so in his last 5 games, he has 1 hit in 16 at bats. He's batting 6th, so like I don't think he's getting lifted. He's just kind of stuck there. They also like wanted to work him in the lineup because he came back from being injured, but he's got a 37% K rate. I am a big fan of Valdi telling him to kick rocks. So yeah, let's do that. As I'm looking at some of the other guys, like too bad Muncy's hurt because Muncy would have been a good K prop against you, Darvish. He's K'd 14 times against him in his career. But yeah, we're gonna go with that one. It's plus 150, so to win a unit, and that's Gabriel Arias, Arenas, whatever.
Works enough.
2 Ks.
Yeah.
Volpe was 2 nights ago hit and was plus 310 for 2 Ks. He hit 2 groundouts on 0-2 pitches last night. A lot of these numbers are just bonkers. There's another guy.
He had 2 grounds. I think he had a pop up too with like an 0-2
pop up to first, which means you're not doing.
Yeah, Volpe not great at getting ahead in counts. Something that you figure out quickly rooting for the Yankees.
So terrible. Let me see. There's another one that's really good too.
You can save it for miscellaneous if you want.
I'll save it for miscellaneous. Yeah, we'll take that one.
All right. So for my final prop, you mentioned the Darvish matchup there against the Dodgers. I'm going to go with Snell, actually. I'll go with his opponent here. Give me Snell under on his 5.5 strikeouts at minus 105. So I know Snell, when he's on, is absolutely nasty. Of course, he's won the Cy Young multiple times in his career. But they're looking at the pod. What?
Both leagues.
Yes, both leagues. Point is, though, you're looking at his strikeout numbers, and against the Padres, not that great. San Diego has been great this season and not striking out against lefties. So far this season, Padres have the 3rd lowest K rate against lefties past 4 weeks. The Padres have the lowest K rate against lefties, and Snell faced them over the weekend. We were at Stadium Swim for that, actually. He pitched well. The Padres didn't score, but he had 3 strikeouts in, I believe, 6 innings. So the fact is, the Padres, whether or not you like this team, they're very good at actually getting contact on the baseball. They did so against Snell about a week ago, and now Snell's strikeouts after having 3 in the last game against San Diego is at 5.5, and the under is minus 105 in San Diego. I think that line feels very generous at minus 105. I'll go with the under on Snell strikeout. San Diego's been a great team at not striking out, but 3 last start, now it's at 5.5. He's going to double his strikeouts from last start.
Yeah, that was on my.
It's a good price.
It was on my short list. It was that when I woke up this morning and saw that you had it, I had the same reaction. So yeah, I agree.
I get why Snell has a number that high because he had like 10 back-to-back starts before San Diego. But
there's elite K stuff. It's just
San Diego's elite at not Kang.
Right. So, it's just, there's like 2 targets on this team that are worth like attacking for this. So yeah,
pretty much. So there you go. My last prop's going to be on Blake Snell under on his 5.5 strikeouts at minus 105.
Cool.
So what's going to be your miscellaneous props? You alluded to one a second ago. What is that miscellaneous prop?
We got a couple that we're going to go with. One, on the other side of that game, we're going to go with Michael Conforto at plus 295 to get 2 Ks. All right. He has 2 Ks in
former Long Island Duck.
2 Ks in 5 of his last 10, in his last 5 games. He has in 2 of his last 3, 3 of his last 5 against righties. He's getting the plate appearances. He also, look, he has hit Darvish, but he also has 9 Ks against Darvish, so it could go either way. I like the bonkers odds that we're getting on this. Some of these guys, these odds are just insane. Like 295 for a dude who's batting, what's he bat? 7th?
Give or take.
Yeah, I mean, like all you have to lay on this, let me look. All I'm laying is 35. Yeah, $35 wins you $100. That's exactly what you want. So boom, we're gonna take Michael Conforto. And what else do we like in here? So we could talk about it for the underdog entry, but why is Senzatella, why is his ER? I mean, I get it's the Pirates, but his ER is only 2.5. I feel like
he gave up no runs last start, so maybe they think he figured something out. I don't know.
That one's there. Oh, you know who else I think we should take? Wow, this Bieber line is on the move.
What's it at now?
140.
Yeah, sounds about right. I think it might drop to like 16.5. It wouldn't shock me if it moved to like an actual prop line. I mean, it's crazy. He hasn't pitched in a year, and he's at 17.5.
It's so dumb. I think we're also going to take. So I know that like we don't love McCullers' K stuff, but hypothetically, if we were to love his K stuff, the guy who I think we should take on the Orioles for this is not Colton Cowser, is your other friend, Mr. Mayo. He stinks.
More of a Miracle Whip guy. Just kidding.
Yeah, he stinks. He stinks a lot. So I'm gonna take this plus 190 for Kobe Mayo to have 2 Ks. He has 2 Ks in 4 of his last 5 games, including one with 3. So
speaking of Baltimore, though, I saw Baltimore made some headlines this morning. They ended up extending Basallo to an 8-year deal. Any thoughts on that?
Means that they're probably moving Adley to first base and Ryan Mountcastle's gone.
Because Adley keeps dying. And speaking of guys that die all the time,
I mean, the Twins did the same thing with Mauer.
Yeah. Mauer also had multiple years at catcher before he fully died. But yes.
He did. Adley,
he won MVP at catcher.
I know. Well, I'm just saying, like, Adley came up in.
It's been done before. I'm just saying it feels like it's
pretty obvious.
It's pretty early on Adley that they just don't want him to catch anymore, basically.
I mean, he had a lot of injury. You and I mean, did you take the under home runs with me?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that was great because he had 2 in the first game and then like died.
Immediately died. Both physically and mentally because his home runs dried up and then he got hurt. So
he's also not. He hasn't been a good catcher in the last year. He hasn't been good at throwing guys out. He just hasn't been good defensively. So anyway, yeah. I think it's very weird. I mean, a lot of these guys are doing this because the CBA is coming up and they're like, look, we'd rather get these guys locked up into money than give them arbitration years. Basello, if he doesn't hit 130 plate appearances, is a pick for me next year for Rookie of the Year. But that's what this means. That means it 100% means that Adley's moving to first base.
Yeah, he turned 21 9 days ago, so there's a chance that they might have, I don't want to say switched gears on their future catcher, but I do think that Basallo would be more likely to be catcher next year because Adley, look, I'll put it this way, I still like Adley. I know that his career so far has been, I don't use the word underwhelming, but it feels that way because the hype train was so strong initially, but it feels like they're trying to keep him healthy by switching positions for him. And Basallo is going to end up getting the starting catching job, which I know you agree with. So,
I'm tweeting it right now. So
but thought it was interesting. I'm not against it. I mean, they kind of borrowed that from other teams. I know the Red Sox did that a couple of weeks ago with Roman. The Braves did that too. A lot of teams are starting to sign young talent immediately to keep them within the organization for a long time. Basallo has not played many games with this team, but he looks pretty good. So we'll go from there. But wanted to mention it. I just thought that was an interesting headline. Not many positive headlines for Baltimore this season. So change of pace. But there we go. Anyway, anything else you want to add for miscellaneous or for?
Hold on. Let me just take. So I see Joe asking about, do we want Cowser? He's actually been okay the last couple games. So I mean, Mayo's been a mess. Mayo has 2 or more strikeouts in 4 of his last 5 games. Like, how do we not take this? Cal Rowley's also interesting here. I don't want James Wood today, not against Taijuan Walker.
Shout out to Wood, by the way. 3 strikeouts and a 3-run homer yesterday.
That's called the Ohtani.
Yes. I like to think of it as the Adam Dunn, the OG Adam Dunn.
But yes, that's a good one. Too. Yeah, I like that.
I always liked Adam Dunn.
Well, of course, all he did was hit home runs.
He was way before his time.
Let's see. What else do we have in here? I don't need that to do that. Let's do this. I'm looking on my filters, guys, and then we will let you all go. Cam Smith, how's Cam Smith against lefties?
I want to say he's pretty good against lefties. Let me
okay, because he's been terrible lately.
Yes, he has. Remember when he was like, I don't know if he was ever favored Twin Rookie of the Year.
He was favored.
He was the flavor of the week.
He was favored. He
So against lefties this season, he's batting .294. He's actually been a lot better against lefties than righties.
Okay, well, he also has 2 strikeouts against lefties in 6 of his last 10. I mean, I don't know if I want to take his Ks, but I think he did well against Cade Povich too, didn't he?
I think most batters do well against Cade Povich.
Some guys.
It's the one thing that he does well at. It's strikeouts. We talk about this with Povich all the time. There's one thing he's good at. It's striking people out.
Well, so then do we want? Well, let's move forward because we'll see. That's all I really want. Ooh, Jay Buhner. What a throwback there. There's a lot of K targets I'm seeing on the Astros. So, 54% K rate over his last 13 plate appearances. It's bonkers. Who's starting for the Red Sox? Do we want to take Volpe again, just out of principle?
Oh, it's Bayo. Who's actually been good against the Yankees.
Volpe's plus 450 to have 2 Ks, dude.
You got to bet. Look, as bad as Volpe might be, the Yankees don't lift him.
He doesn't. He's like really good history against Bayo. I'm not gonna take.
Well, still, the point is though, is that the Yankees, despite I know the fans not really liking Volpe that much, he doesn't get lifted ever. So you're probably getting 4 plate appearances.
Yeah, Josh Lowe is on here too. Is anybody?
I mean, you said he has good numbers against Bayo. You're not wrong. He's 6 of 15.
Yeah,
but
it's pretty solid.
I do enjoy the joke though. That's 450 for 2 strikeouts.
I mean that's a bonkers.
You throw that in a bomb. Yeah, throw that with some random NFL future and make some jokes. Throw that with a random Heisman Trophy.
Oh wait, do we want? Here's another one. How about I guess he hasn't been king a lot lately. Move forward and I'll find something because this will be for our other bullshit.
So. Okay, that's fine. So you can save whatever else you find for the underdog entry.
Yeah.
That's going to wrap it up for Platonic props. So there you go. Anyway, point is, before we move on into the underdog entry and our best bets, a reminder they're brought to you by our sponsor, Circa, because they are hosting 3 biggest contests for the NFL season. It's Circa Million, Circa Survivor, Circa Rendissimo, over $20 million guaranteed prizes. And a reminder that there is Circa Contest Weekend happening right now. Hang out with some SGPN guys. I believe Kobe and the college guys actually went to Vegas this time around. I know Steffi's there. I mean, Kramer and Sean are there every week, but they're there again. We're not. So there you go. You're there last week. Snooze, you lose. Point is, though, if you want to check out Circa, get a nice discount with the code SGP15. Get 15% off your stay at Circa. And a reminder that you can sign up for the contest open to everyone in South Nevada. You can use our proxy, play from anywhere. Go to footballcontest.com. Use code SGP. $50 off your proxy fees. We're also brought to you by Fantasy. The Novus Mania, happening all summer long. 50 million in prizes, 2 minutes first place. No waiver wire, no trades. Best ball is the best way to play fantasy football. You can also use Underdog for pick'em entries. We'll do that in a second. We've been on a heater. What are we like? We've won 4 entries in the last 2 weeks.
4 of the last 6. Yeah, we've been really
so
good.
We've been on a heater recently for Underdog entries. But you'd also create your own. You go up to 500 times your money. And a reminder, they have a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5, get $50 in bonus funds when you use the promo code MLB SGPN. Welcome back, everyone, to the MLB Gambling Podcast. Finished going through our props for the show. Time to move on into the best bet segment for the show. Adam, what is your favorite prop from the card today?
So my favorite prop had been that Bieber one, but I want to caution everybody: don't bet that Bieber prop at minus 140. That's why I gave it out immediately. It's take it up to 130. If it's past 130, forget it and sorry. But don't do that one. I think I'm just gonna go with the McCullers.
Well, I do want to ask you though. Sorry, just to interrupt. I know you just said you're going to take McCullers, but for that Bieber strikeout thing, If it ends up dropping, let's say to 16.5.
Sure.
At a normal price.
Probably, I would guess minus 105.
Either way. Point is, I know that you just said a second ago you wouldn't want to take 17.5 at minus 140. Would you be willing to take 16.5 like at minus 120,
yes.
minus 125?
Yes.
Okay. I was wondering if that was a cutoff or anything that you had.
No. I would take the 60, but don't like people will tune in and be like, oh, I'm just going to blindly take that. But like tail our prices, don't tail our plays.
But once again, you're fine with 16.5 if that ends up.
I'm fine with 16.5.
Okay, cool.
I'm not fine.
Sorry.
I'm not fine with 15.5. I'm fine with 16.5.
Sorry to interrupt. I know you just said you're going to take McCullers.
No, it's fine.
But wanted to ask.
Yeah. McCullers walks though is my best bet.
Okay, there we go. So for mine, a couple of no-hit options, but I'm going to go with Blake Snell, actually, on the under 5.5 Ks.
I like that.
I think the line's too high. I mean, minus 105 is a very good price. I get Snell has got nasty strikeout stuff. San Diego's seen him a lot, and the fact is he just faced off against them a week ago. He had 3 strikeouts. So we know the Padres are great at not striking out against lefties. They are number 1 in the league over the last month in, I'd say, fewest strikeouts against lefties. And I do think it's a good spot for Snell to pitch well. Give him no runs the last start against this team. But 6 strikeouts is a lot. He has to double his strikeout total from last start, and that was in 6 innings. That feels pretty, I'd say, bold as a prediction for me.
I don't know.
I get it, but yeah. I just think that it's a number that's too high. He could end up with 5, and that makes sense. But 5.5 under a minus 105, the price I like a lot. That feels like it should be like minus 125, minus 130.
No, it was on my short list.
So I'll take it at minus 105. Give me Snell under 5.5 Ks as my best bet for the show. Anyway, moving on to the underdog entry. Anything you want to share?
Yeah, hold on. Did I not? What did I take? I took Colby. Oh, there it is. Did I take this Mayo one? I didn't take it yet.
I don't remember.
Okay. I can't remember. Underdog entry. We should do it. All right. So here's what we want for this underdog entry.
Okay.
I think we want Senzatella ER.
That's fine. Unless you'd rather do the hits, but he does walk some guys. That's fine.
It's just he's literally gone over this every game of the season. Like, I guess that's what I'm saying. Like, is there a reason for us to not take this?
No, I was going to say the only pivot would be if we take his hits allowed, but we think that he stinks anyway. Okay. So
there's that.
You prefer the runs? You prefer the hits?
The runs.
Okay, that's fine.
He stinks. You know,
so go with the higher on that.
Right. And then what else did we like?
I do like the trend that we're doing right now, which is just fading bad players. We've done well taking the lower bases on some guys.
Okay. Then on that, I
mean, I don't know if you wanted to cycle like Tyrone.
I liked Arias.
That works.
Okay.
That's fine. I mean, you know that I like Uvalde.
Yeah. So let's do that. And we've been doing really well with the fantasy points on a pitcher.
Yes, but I do want to ask you which pitcher you think could have a monster strikeout day.
Or not, or the opposite.
Or not.
Yeah. or who could have a terrible
or not.
Day. Yeah. Let's see. The people I think that could have a terrible day.
Sounds like we're in the middle on McCullers, but I doubt they'd have a lot in them anyway.
I mean, Slade could have a bad. Slade always stinks, but I don't want to trust Rangers bats to make that happen.
Yeah, they've been quite bad.
Oh, you know what? I don't mind fading. Do you want to? Well, what were you gonna say?
I was thinking Mikolas, but he's actually been okay lately.
I saw that too, but he's been really bad on the road.
Yeah.
Actually,
I'm going to ask you: does Underdog have Bieber outs? Because you mentioned that the price is juicy now.
It's down to
Underdog.
16.
What do you say?
It's down to 16 on Underdog. I don't want to double down. I don't want to double down.
That's fine. We'll just ask.
Number. I liked what you're thinking though. I would say. I kind of think. What about Ben Brown? Fade.
Is he officially starter?
Looks like it. Well, he's not coming out.
I see undecided still. I'm not sure if he'd be up there.
By the way, Bubba Chandler is evidently coming in after what's his name?
Do you like Bubba Chandler? I don't know much about him. I know, of course, he's a very highly viewed prospect.
I think he's good. So I have no idea what Hex Philly is doing. I added Toronto money line. Oh, he just got cute with it. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'm not looking at a side on it. Whenever I
Okay, so
cap anything,
I'm gonna pitch you something which might seem a bit dangerous. Any thoughts on Max Fried hits? He's given up 8 hits in 3 straight, and we know that he's been really bad for the last 2 months.
He has.
Just wondering, Boston got a bunch of guys on base yesterday, mostly through walks, I'll admit, but still.
Well, yeah, I mean, Joe's pointing out, do we want Fried walks here?
Unless you wanted a fantasy score thing.
Oh, they haven't been walking really well against that. I don't know, man. This is like a big game for Max Fried.
I know, but he's been really bad for the last 2 months. I'm wondering if that was a fantasy score guy we wanted to fade.
Yeah, so Chandler's coming in after, apparently coming in after Ashcraft. What about? I mean, I don't hate this Miles.
You mentioned fantasy score, so I was thinking of maybe Fried, but
how about? Do you want to do Slade under fantasy score?
Actually, I'll ask you a question. Do you want to take Ashcraft?
Well, because I don't think his stuff is up.
Oh, okay.
It is.
Do they fantasy score?
I don't know, man. It's against the Rockies. Like that's kind of
on the road, though. It's the Rockies on the road.
They're good. They hit well on the road. They're 160. They're only 160 today.
I mean, that's also because I couldn't believe Pittsburgh was minus 200, but still.
Were they really?
Yeah, they were minus 200 yesterday, which I couldn't take.
That's a bonkers price.
You want to fade Zebby? Think Zebby stinks?
No. Is this card kind of mid?
It's a very mid card.
Okay. Let me look at one last thing then. How about
Quintana?
No. How about my vote's gonna be for the Mikolas play, I think.
Is it a backing or a fading?
A backing, or you want me to take a player? Do you want to take a player to do something?
We can, if you have any ideas.
Okay, how about let's see who's been really good. Oh, hold on, let me also lock in this Kobe Mayo here. Conforto, Herrera, do that. Hold on.
I mean, you just mentioned him. Do you want to do Kobe Mayo?
No. He's we already have him. Yeah. So I just took him for 2Ks. But the do you want to just do Vinny? You know who's been on fire has been Vinny P.
That's fine.
Want to do Vinny P RBI?
That works.
Vinny, I would say Vinny P RBI. Or
I did look towards the over in that game because Mize has not been that great recently.
Well, I took the under overnight because he's been better at home.
No, I'm just saying on the show I meant.
Yeah, I mean, I just took the under on it just because it's Royals on the road. And let me just see who's a stinky pitcher that's pitching right now. Give me 2 seconds.
Do they have McCullers fantasy score?
Oh, smacked around using my smacked around like a hoe filter.
Wait a second. You want to just go Bieber fantasy score?
No, because he could
strike out. Yeah,
he could strike out a ton of guys, and it's a quality start. I think that we want to fade. I think we want to fade Ciccone. I think I would say we'd want either Seager.
Wait, why don't we just take Ciccone fantasy score?
Yeah, then let's do that.
Okay, that's fine.
Done.
Okay.
He stinks. Noted. As we said on VSiN last Friday, noted Italian Americans Slade Ciccone.
Yes,
he stinks. He stinks so bad they didn't even offer a fantasy score. What the heck? There goes that one.
We gotta pick something.
Yeah. All right. Well, then let's do. I kind of like Seager. Okay.
Okay. Let's do Seager then. I know he's a good player.
Seager total bases.
Sure.
Or do you want to do fantasy points?
No, we can do the bases. It's fine.
Okay. Done. All right. So, it says that there's a problem adding my pick. Hold on. Seager. So done. All right, this is a good lineup. All right, we have Senzatella higher 2.5 earned runs, Corey Seager higher 1.5 total bases, Gabriel Arias lower 0.5 total bases, 6.12 multiplier, which we know means nothing to us until tomorrow morning.
Yep, pretty much. But we've been doing well. We've had 4 injuries in the last couple weeks, so we'll try to keep it rolling here. Adam's going to wrap it up for the show.
I do like Marte, who just pointed that out. I do like someone that's going to be a secondary play. I do like that one a lot.
Yeah, he's been really good lately for the Reds. But anything else you want to add?
Nope, none.
Cool, sounds good. I'll be back later to get into the Saturday games with Lonte. So check that out at 5 p.m. Eastern. Till next time, follow me on Twitter, Radio. Find him on Twitter at Heroesburg. And once again, good luck to all of you and all of your